back to another episode of Shit on 30 with me, your host, Carla Ramirez.
And your boy, Anthony Bertram.
We are back for another week.
Yes, we are.
Thank you for showing up.
Yeah. Bitch, it's been a while since you and I talked. We had to sit here and caught up on some things, bitch, because we've been indisposed. By the way, we made it safely through the hurricane. It was no damn hurricane.
There was no hurricane.
There was no hurricane at all, bitch. Just a little rain.
A little rain.
That was it.
The entire city shut down.
Yes.
There was nothing going on. We had a kidnapping through the hurricane that never came.
Kidnapping?
Yeah, bitch.
Who got kidnapped?
My dog.
Oh, bitch, I forgot.
Yes. If you guys don't follow me on social media, in the middle of the hurricane, like the hurricane's about to be here. It was the day that it was supposed to land here. And Ayana lets the dog out in the back because there's no fucking school. And literally 30 seconds later, she sees the dog leave the gate. She goes after the dog. I'm watching. This is not in the cameras. She calls me. She's like, Mommy, some guys took Luna. And I'm like, what do you mean some guys took Luna? She's like, yeah, the fishermen are telling me that they put her in a white hatchback. So she comes home and we just get right in the car trying to find this car. So she has me chasing every white hatchback down the fucking road. So we find this Honda one and we're damn near to Conway. Okay? Chasing this fucking car. It's a woman inside of it. So I went back to the fisherman. I'm like, hey, what did you guys see? All she's telling me is a white hatchback. They're like, we don't see what it was. It was just a white hatchback. The dog comes out here. She says hi. And he comes in the car, opens the door, and puts her in the car. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why? So when we get back home, I'm like, listen, I don't know where this dog is. We call the animal shelter. Mm-hmm. And they're like, I'm sorry, but we'll be closed until Thursday. The only way anyone can drop a dog off is if it's injured. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we only have wind outside. There's no rain. And you're not taking in dogs?
Girl.
Ayana calls the police. She was very distraught. So, like, 30 minutes later, I get a knock at the door, and it's the cops. So here show up the cops. You know how they be talking in their thing?
Yeah.
Like, 5050, whatever the fuck they're saying. So I open the door, and I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Like, someone called the police about a dog. And I'm like, Ayana, did you call the cops? She's like, yeah, I called 911 to see if they can do a report.
Bitch. You didn't tell me that, bitch.
Yeah, I guess my sister told her to do a report.
Uh-huh.
So she decided to call 911.
Okay.
To make the report. All right. She was taking charge. So the police shows up and they're like, listen, you're better off doing one online because of the hurricane and everything that's going on. Nothing will really happen right now. But he's like, I'll watch. I'm driving around here in the area. If I see someone with the car or I see the dog, I'll come back and let you guys know. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Fine. That's not going to happen. And then while I'm sitting here, I'm like, let me check the cameras now. So I rewind the cameras and you can literally see the dog walking out, this white dog passing behind, and literally not even a minute later, you see Ayana coming out, the car passing in front of Ayana, mm-hmm. and you see the dog looking out the window. Mm-hmm. And the car's gone. You see Ayana go towards the lake. She comes back, and when she realizes she left in that car, and we never found her. So later on, we blasted it everywhere. Thank God. And all of you that are listening to follow me on social media, mm-hmm. I had so many reposts about this dog. And then Facebook, we put it on the community thing. We did all kinds of stuff. That was all at around 8 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. By 4:45, I got a message on Facebook saying, hey, I have your dog, call me. And there was a white guy, and I'm like, who is this guy? And so he went to the high school by here and all these things. So I called him a fake number, and he's like, yeah, I have your dog. He claims that the dog swam over to his area, which mm-hmm. it would have been like, it's a far swim. I know she didn't swim over there.
Yeah.
And then when I told him to meet me, he met me in a golf cart, not his car. Mm-hmm. And he said that, he doesn't have a white car. And I'm like, whatever. And the little girl was crying, going crazy.
Because she thought she lost her dog.
She thought she lost her dog.
Listen, Carla, you lose this dog once a month.
I really do.
It's so bad. I think the neighbors are going to go ahead and sign a petition, bitch. Either start finding your ass every time they see Luna ass out there swimming in that damn lake, or bitch, they're gonna take that dog away from you, bitch. Don't they have a dog HRS or some shit?
The cop already did a complaint against me. So I already know if she gets caught out one more time, it's
mm-hmm.
a $500 fine.
Right.
But she doesn't do anything. She just wants to play. And I know she's a scary looking dog. It's a really big pit bull.
She's a big bitch.
So
she knocks me over, bitch, and I'm a big bitch too.
Yes.
So
big dog. But I'm just glad we got the stupid ass dog back.
Right. Well, the hurricane didn't do much but delay my closings, my money, bitch. I was supposed to close on 2 houses last week.
I know.
The shit got delayed, so I'm gonna close on it next week. I bought a whole bunch of snacks and food for no fucking reason.
And I ate them. Why did I eat these snacks?
I didn't. I was good. I was waiting for it. I had, I was off the radar,
off the grid
for a couple of days.
So we manifested something here with you guys.
Yeah.
on this podcast.
It was all boo, no hurricane, bitch. That's what it was.
We wanted a hurricane boo before we knew that a hurricane was coming.
Mm-hmm.
So Dorian said, all right, let me see how much you want this boo. So Dorian, threatened us a little bit, shook things up, and we both ended up with hurricane boos here on the same weekend.
Some had multiples. But
you literally left the grid. I didn't hear from him. No one saw nothing.
Girl, I mean, what the fuck? I was chilling.
That's what I do when I have my boo here. I'm off.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You chill, you watch TV, you eat snacks, you roll a J, talk, and everything like that. It was so cool.
But that's how you know you're having an amazing time. We can talk about this when we get into the topic.
Yeah, we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
So for the shits you should know this week, I came across this on Twitter. An Oregon bill will allow victims
Oregon,
that's what I said. Oregon.
Organs are inside of us.
I said Oregon.
You said what?
Oregon.
Okay, the state of Oregon. Continue.
What's the difference, bitch? Oregon. I know the difference, but it's the same.
I would never know. I told you. I thought you were talking about you were gonna do some medical thing when you kept saying Oregon.
Oregon.
And yes, it's Oregon.
Okay, so we all know I have an accent. So that's what. So basically, in the state of Oregon,
thank you,
they have passed a bill that will allow victims that are racially motivated 911 calls to sue them. Okay, so go ahead, Carla. Because I ain't going back.
No, go ahead.
Bitch, no. You said you was gonna do it, bitch. All right.
Okay, no. So basically, we all know about Backyard Becky's. That was called the Barbecue Becky.
Yeah.
We know about
the white girl calling, the white lady calling the cops on a young girl that was selling water out in front of her apartment complex.
I just saw another lady. She called 911 to a Mexican that was working as a truck driver and saying that he looked illegal to come check him out. She needs to show him his green card. And he's like, I'm a citizen. I work here. And there's a white guy in a car next to him. He's like, he worked with those people over there. She's like, mind your business. You don't know. It was such a mess. But on 911 the whole time, and she's like, my nephew is black and Spanish and aloha. What the fuck is aloha?
Bitch, is that Hawaiian, bitch? That's what the fuck these people. Y'all get on my motherfucking nerves. I swear. I got the cops called on me. I said it on the pod one time as my shit talk for when I was knocking on doors, letting the neighbors know I was holding an open house. And one of the white neighbors was like, hey, whatever you do, don't put a sticker on my door. And I'm like, girl, I'm not going to put no damn sticker on your door. It was like, that's illegal, right? I'm like, sorry, it's not illegal. I'm just inviting you to the open house. Well, let's see what OPD has to say about it. The motherfucker actually called the cops. So
this bill actually came from representative of the House, Janelle Bynum, over in Oregon. She was actually trying to run for re-election, and she was going door to door for her re-election, and she had the cops called on her because of that, because she looked quote unquote suspicious. She's a black woman and the only black person in the House there. So in order to crack down on racially motivated 911 calls, which happen all the time towards black and brown people here in this country, now it's like, I feel like these white folks are taking it as a game at this point. It's like, let's see who can get them the most fucked up.
They again, we have Trump as president, so they just feel like I have a right to call the police. And
sometimes
on you guys.
I feel like Trump sometimes he might not necessarily be like, oh, I'm an overt racist, but the fact that he doesn't even talk it down makes it even better. Because if you look for certain things, he'll say little things here and there, but he's never out here, being blatantly, with his words, I shall say. But the fact that he doesn't stop it or say, this is wrong, is what's fueling these racists in this country. So in order to crack it down, excuse me, they are implementing a $250 violation that will go towards the victim. So you can actually sue Becky for calling in, and if you win, you'll win a $250 lawsuit.
Yeah, lawsuit.
Within the state. And I think that is great. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of low because I was like, I wouldn't really waste my time and energy going through court and everything like that, having to explain, because you have to prove like it was racially motivated.
Well, the 911 call will definitely show that. And although I don't think it's for money, I think it's really, that's going to be on your record. It can be used against you at work. Yeah. So the moment that you are, you're sued for something and you're convicted of it and you have to pay for it, it's like now that can be shown at your job. Now that goes against your character. So I don't think that people want that, or they want to be able to risk that against them. It does not necessarily, because I think filing for the lawsuit is more than $250 anyway.
Right.
But you're hurting their reputation.
It's a good start. I think especially since Oregon has passed this, hopefully other states go ahead and follow, especially in states where we experience racism, especially in the South. Right. We get that a lot. So this is a good start. And yeah, you motherfuckers, call the cops. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sue your fuck ass. We should start some type of petition or some shit like that here to get it, the law passed here. I should call Morgan & Morgan. Like, y'all motherfuckers want weed legalized. How about this?
Like, let's do it. I think it will start going everywhere, like, pretty quick, because, come on, it's getting so ridiculous at this point. Now it's just like we're making memes out of it, but people's lives are really in danger because of this.
White people have done that as a control, like a form of power, like over them, like, hey, I'm better than you, and I use the law is on my side. The law is not on your side.
And it's showing you, and it's making this picture that you don't belong here. I'm calling the cops on you because you don't belong here. You are either Mexican, which is the umbrella for anyone who speaks Spanish, or you are black and you don't belong here. And you need to go back to Africa, which we know nothing about. So we're American, asshole. I
don't think they tell us to go back to Africa now.
Yes.
Shit. We so deluded, bitch. We done been raped and shit like that throughout this whole through the slavery area. And it's like, girl, what part of Africa? Pick one. Tell me where to go. And if the motherfuckers accept me back, bitch, maybe I might. Shit. What the fuck? Yeah. So now, since we had this whole hurricane situation, and both Carla and I both was off the grid.
I've been off the grid for the past 3 weekends, bitch.
Bitch, it's a coincidence that it's just so happened that we're summer's ending. Hot girl summer is going ahead and dying down, and cuffing season is starting to happen, right? So cuffing season is the time of the year, usually between October and March, where people feel the urge to be coupled up. Now, cuffing season is usually influenced by the cold weather. Here in Florida, we really don't have cold weather, right?
Yeah, ever.
Right. But it's also around the holiday season where you start seeing these holiday love movies, these love songs. You start getting invited out to Christmas parties and all this other stuff, family dinners. And your family is asking you, so when are you getting married? Where's your date?
When are you going to have a baby?
Right. All that stuff starts to happen. So us as humans just feel the urge to go ahead and connect with someone.
If I was a man, this would be the time where I would not get a girlfriend. Now you got to buy gifts, take them places. Like, that's a lot.
Well, girls can do the same thing. Like,
well, I'm saying if you just, during cuffing season, if you don't really like the person, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want them around. But listen, I like to be cuffed up 24/7. Spring, fall, summer, winter.
Bitch, take me all. Take me. I got in a relationship one time during cuffing season, and I really didn't want to. I just wanted to fuck. That was it. And I tried my best. Not to get fucking like connected to him. But then again, my birthday is during cuffing season. Christmas is around. So many different events. And that motherfucker made sure he inserted his life into mine. Like, he showed up to everything that was going on. Hey, it's like, bitch, you got to get me now. Right.
I'm your man.
Carla and I was talking about this whole 90-day probation period situation. And it's like, after 90 days, after 3 months, you look around like, bitch, you still here. Okay, I guess.
So does it kind of make sense now? Because you've only been in your situation a week.
We're not talking about my situation.
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't have no situation.
There's no situation. That I was making that up. I just felt very fictitious at the moment.
Go ahead.
So 90 days, when it seems like a long time. So you then have 4 90 days, and that makes it a year, right? 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a year. After a year of like hanging out consistently and talking and doing whatever, you kind of know if you want to really take it somewhere with somebody.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I mean, you should know. You know that within the first week or so, like whether or not this person is like, because you're like, okay,
I'm not farting around you in the first week.
What you mean farting around?
I be farting and shit.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like whether they're relationship material or not. Like,
some people don't want a girl that farts to be a relationship material.
Yeah, well, bitch, everybody fart though, so that's kind of.
I was in a relationship for 6 years where we didn't fart around each other.
Okay.
It was awful.
It was a preference. So I mean,
I wanted to fart so bad. He just didn't. I didn't feel like he was. accepting of my smell.
Bitch, you should excuse yourself. Who don't sit here and smell your fucking
I do
your
it now,
body
it's cool.
functions and shit like
It's
that?
great.
That's disgusting.
Whatever.
But you know, I had a question. You know, relationships, like, for one, do you really do believe in cuffing season? Like, do you think it's a real thing?
I think it's a real thing because I see it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it really happens. Although I'm always cuffed up, at this point in time, I'm like, I wonder if this is a cuffing season thing for me. But then when do you let them go? When does it end?
It ends in March, bitch. So when it
you
starts
go
to heat up,
Valentine's
just
Day.
do Valentine's Day. Like, Valentine's Day, it's a chart that actually breaks down the the cuffing season schedule.
Oh,
so
okay.
scouting period starts August 1st through August 31st. Okay. That's scouting, where you're looking for your little potentials and shit like that. Picking up phones. You see, I've been on a couple of dates within the past week.
You have,
bitch. Some good dates, bitch.
You've been scouting.
I've been scouting. I was like, oh, all you niggas coming out the good, and there's some good niggas too that's been coming up here trying to take me out and stuff. So that's been good. So,
and they taking him out. You heard that? Taking him out.
I haven't been paying these past couple of dates, which is kind of good. It's good. But drafting season is from September 1st through the 30th. Okay. I don't know the fuck. I guess drafting is when. What's the difference between scouting and drafting? I don't play sports.
So scouting, you're going to the school. So sports wise,
okay. Here,
the scouts are going to each school and looking to see who they like.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the draft is like who you have to be entered into the draft. And then the draft is where you actually like pick. The team chooses 2 new players.
Got you. So tryouts are from October 1st to the 31st.
All right. So the draft has the top contenders.
Okay.
And now what's the next one? The tryouts?
Tryouts.
So now the top contenders go to the court and see who the best one is.
Cool. Making sense.
All right.
Preseason is from November 1st to the 30th.
Yeah, this before the season started now. You know what I'm saying? So now we got to see. So now you got the teams put together, right? You're trying to see who the best team is. So preseason, like, now you got to work. Now we got to go on dates. And you got to show me what you really got. How you work together.
Got you.
You know, because draft and all that's like individual. Now we're a team. And let's see how we work together.
Cool.
Okay, preseason.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, so cuffing season, actual cuffing season is from December 1st through January 15th. Okay. Now the playoffs.
Now you my nigga.
Yeah. Now we together. We you on the team now. Right. The playoffs are from January 16th through February 13th. Okay.
The playoffs are from what?
January 16th through February 13th.
Okay. To see if you make it to Valentine's Day.
So, bitch, the championship game is February 14th, bitch. And you know what? That is the true thing. Nobody wants to be lonely during Valentine's. And to determine whether or not your ass stay on this team, we go even further, is what you do via Valentine's Day.
So it's like if you won the game, you got you a box of chocolates and some time. The time is really important because you know that if he gave you the chocolate, even if you were on the team, y'all, and you get the chocolates on the 13th, you were a bench player. AKA you was a side chick the whole time during cuffing season. So if you got them chocolates on the 13th, you did not win the championship.
Right.
You got to get it on the 14th.
So what qualities does somebody have to have in order for you to put them on your team during cuffing season? Like, what do you look for?
For me, time. When I call, you got to answer that phone, baby. I don't care what job you got. Like, you have to give me time. For cuffing season, for me now, it would be like how attentive you are to what I'm doing and how supportive you are of what I'm doing. And you gotta lay it down right, baby.
Sex is very important. Sex is important. And I agree with you. One of the reasons why we decide to go ahead and get in relationships or to be cuffed up during this time is that, bitch, it's cold outside, I'm no longer going out to the clubs and all this other stuff, bitch, because
we're in our fucking 30s and who goes out to the clubs?
Who go out to the clubs?
When's the last time you went to an actual club?
It's been a long time. Bitch, I used to party, bitch. I ain't been to a club in a long time.
We've been to bars, but have you been to a club with sections and all? Well, I did in New York once. But I mean, like,
doing Pride. That was it.
Did we go to a club?
I went to a club.
Oh,
yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
But that was different. That was an occasion, whatever. But I'm saying, like, just like, I'm going to get dressed today and go to a club. We don't do that.
Yeah. So it's good to come home from work, bitch, and hit somebody up or a reliable piece. They were like, hey, come through. And you know they're going to come through. It's not like, bitch, I got something to do and everything like that. No, nigga, you my legit person now.
Like,
so you got to come over.
It's somebody that you can say, I'm going to cook today. And they come and eat with you. Like, you don't have to eat dinner alone anymore.
Yeah. It's kind of sad being alone during the holidays. It can be a depressed time and everything.
For sure.
But, one of the things that I am afraid of, though, when it comes to relationships, me and my therapist talk about this all the time. I tell her, I was like, bitch, like, what if I find my husband?
You ever called her bitch?
No, we say bitch, but I don't call her no bitch. So I'm in a professional environment, bitch. I don't call her no bitch. Like,
We're in a professional environment right now.
Oh, this is professional. We sit here drinking wine, talking about fucking and cuffing and all this other stuff. But no, I don't call her no bitch. But I told her, I was like, what if I find my husband and stuff? And she was like, oh, you don't need to, you don't need your husband right now. You need to be focusing on you and, building yourself up and everything. And that's one of the dangers of getting into a relation or falling for cuffing season. Some people will put their, their goals and everything like that on the side, such as working out, your finance goals, your mental health goals, and all this other stuff, because now you're merging with somebody else and it can throw you off.
So whatever is important to you goes in the back burner, and now you do what? Just cuff?
You just cuff. You can, or you just you let yourself go sometimes. Like when you get in a relationship.
Every time you get into a relationship, not every time. Mm-hmm. Most people they let themselves go because you really is that those happiness pounds. Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah,
happy pounds. Mm-hmm. You're so happy you just like eat everything up, get all the snacks.
Yeah, I won't get in a relationship though unless someone is just as their values about health and fitness matches mine. Right? You have to work out.
Well, I think that's us now that we're getting older and figuring this shit out. Mm-hmm. We've done dating already.
Yeah, we've
done relationships. So now it's like, listen, if you're gonna be around me. If I gain 10 pounds, it's going to take me 6 months to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, when your ass gone, bitch, I'm going to have to, now here I am with a sloppy ass body, bitch, and I'm no longer prime real estate for everybody else.
And now when you see me in 6 months, you're like, you're not even cute.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be attracted to me anymore because now I got a fupa.
Well, I don't give a fuck if you're attracted to me or not if we break up at that particular point in time.
No. Not even broke up. Like, you still with me. Now you're looking at me like, ugh.
Yeah. You don't let yourself go a little bit, baby.
I've seen somebody, I've been with someone and said, you let yourself go. And I look like, damn, you're not even taking care of yourself to look good for me. Mm-hmm. Look good for me still.
Yeah. So it's important, like, during this time not to lose yourself.
Have you ever lost yourself?
Yeah, bitch.
But when you were big, did you lose yourself?
Well, I did lose myself, to be honest with you. Got into, like, I gained so much weight in that relationship. After 5 years in a relationship, I was and then him being 10 years older than me, it was just like naturally the things that he was interested in, his interest became mine. Mm-hmm. And I kind of forgot.
But you engulfed yourself in all of him.
And he engulfed himself we engulfed ourselves into each other. We merged lives. Oh. So separating, it was kind of like, it was at a point in time like, okay, now who am I now? Like when it came out to me dating and everything like that, like what do I like? Because I got into this relationship when I was 24. I'm 30 now. So what's my interest?
That's anything with long relationships though, because it's not even that you could have lost yourself, but you also changed. You're somebody completely different.
But changed into who?
You don't know.
You don't know, right? And one of the things that I work through therapy is just like, realizing who I am, what I like, getting my own goals, and I'm working on so many things for myself. So one of my fears now is like getting into a relationship again and forgetting who I am, losing everything I'm working for.
I cannot do that again.
Yeah.
I cannot feel like I cannot be myself ever again. And that's one thing that I'm so terrified of, because it's cool and all to have cuffing season. It's cool to have a good time and enjoy who you're with, but I don't want to be in a situation where Carla can't do everything she wants to do.
Yeah.
Like, outside of the bullshit, because I can do some bullshit that I just really need to cut out.
Mm-hmm.
Some shit. I get it. I admit it. But outside of that, I don't want to lose myself.
Yeah. It's important. One thing I look for people now is that when you come to me, I need for you to understand that this train is still moving, right? This train is still going. No matter whether you're here or not. Now, what's going to make us work if you're going to ride parallel to this train, right? And not try to cross over my tracks, not trying to derail me or anything like that, trying to enhance me.
It can definitely derail a little bit, but for the better.
Change course?
It can, yeah, but it's not, you're not going north and then you're going to go like southwest or something. I think southwest is this way.
Yeah.
Whichever, you know what I mean? Uh-huh. You're not going to change that much, but you might just, veer off a little bit for something better for you with that person, so you can, grow together and be like, oh, let's maybe tweak you a little bit, and they can enhance, like you said, what you got going on. But you're not switching tracks.
No. What I want you to do if my destination is Baltimore, I was like, well, baby, how about you try to shoot for Canada? You know, how about what can we do to get you further, right? I don't want you to derail me and I'm trying to go north. And you was like, well, how about going southwest or something like that? No,
still
or
take
going
me to
west.
Canada.
Like, still take me to get me further than what. That's what I look for. You
maybe take me off
me.
the train and put me on a plane.
Yeah.
How about that? I'm on this train, and the only way I'm gonna get off of it is if you put me on a private jet.
See, I don't need you.
PJ, bitch.
See, that's the thing. Me, with my independence right now, I don't want.
I'm independently gonna get on this PJ.
I don't
with
want
my 2 legs.
I don't want it to be because of you, though. I want it to be because of my own efforts and the things that I'm
doing.
It
could still be because of you. I'm not saying he can just elevate you. Some people can definitely elevate you and make you better at what you're doing with their ideas, and it'll still be you. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to learn that you can definitely take help from your partner.
Yeah.
So it's like, let them help you, let them elevate you. That doesn't mean that you're not doing the work. You still have to do the work. Mm-hmm. It's not like they're picking you up and placing you in a better position.
But their verbiage, let them elevate you, is what I have a problem with. I'm going to elevate myself.
Okay, so let them help you elevate.
Okay, yeah.
Because I feel like you're elevating them the same when they're elevating you.
Mm-hmm. You should be helping each other. Yeah. Right, exactly. And it should be a collective effort. One of these things, though, do you think it... And one thing I read with doing my research through this whole cuffing season is a real thing, you guys. But one of my research some of my research I found is that one of the worst times to get into a relationship is during cuffing seasons, because it's like, is it really real? Or are you just settling just because bitch, you want something consistent? This person it's a warm body to be next to, right? Do they last? Do they last past that whole March thing? So if I find someone during this fall season and I'm like, okay, well, bitch, I'm going to have to wait for summertime to come. And when summertime comes, it's like, okay, bitch, so we done? Like, what is it?
No. I don't know. Are you going to keep them around?
I don't have nobody.
Oh, I keep forgetting. I want you to have...
So we're going to be real since Carla keeps throwing this out here.
I'm sorry. I keep
I'm
forgetting.
like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm not going to be like Carla, sit here and tease you motherfuckers or nothing like that. It's a dude that, that has caught my interest during this whole hurricane boost season and everything like that. And he and I have been spending time consistently for the past week, right? Now, I went on a date previously with another guy. The shit didn't work out. He pissed me off. Okay? He tried me.
Because we've had so many potential. You know what? Both potentials were of the very light shade of skin.
All bitches, right? And everybody knows I love a dark skinned nigga.
Yes, that's probably why they piss you off, because you don't have tolerance for white.
I don't think that was it. And tell you, so I'm tell you my little escapade last week. I was dating this one dude, met him at Ember last Sunday. He said apparently we matched on Tinder, and he said I swiped right on him. And not right. No, this is what he said. He said that once we started talking about sex, I became uninterested or something like that. And I was like, dude, are you sure? So I went back and looked through the messages. To be honest with you, the shit he was saying was not interesting. It wasn't.
What was he saying?
He was just giving vague answers to some shit like that. It wasn't anything that was going to keep me engaged.
When it came to sex?
No, not even about sex. It was just like, what you doing today? Oh, nothing. Oh, okay. Well, how the fuck am I going to respond back to that? So online, when I was online, I don't have any online profiles now.
You got rid of him?
Yeah, bitch, I got rid of him.
When?
I got rid of him so I got rid of him a couple of weeks ago, but then I got rid of him again. No, a couple of months ago. I got rid of him again like a week or so ago.
So you gonna be real?
Yeah, I'm being real, bitch.
He deletes them once a month.
I don't delete them once a month, bitch. You gonna stop sitting here and tell my motherfucking business, bitch. I don't delete them once a month. Like, it's like whenever I get bored and all this other stuff, it's like, okay, well, bitch, let me see what's going on.
No, and there's nothing wrong with it. You're a single man.
Yeah, I have better luck, but when I delete them, I actually started meeting people, to be honest with you. And I have yes, all these people I've met.
None of these are from apps.
None of these were from apps at all. I was at Ember with my sister, bitch, and the dude was fucking gorgeous. He was sexy. Hit him up and he gave me, like, he took my phone and put his number in my phone and took me on a couple of dates. So
that was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. He took me to these little high-end restaurants. He loves fine dining and everything like that.
He loves food. And you love food,
and
too.
Everybody know I love food. So went on a date with him, and he had his assistant. Now, he was preparing for this hurricane, but he was supposed to be leaving to go out of town for work. So he had his assistant go out and buy water. Now, one thing that ends up happening, if you guys are not experienced when it comes to motherfucking water and hurricanes here in Florida, these motherfuckers hoard up on water like it's fucking Armageddon, okay? Yeah. Like, motherfuckers don't even drink water. water. You bitches get on my motherfucking nerves going buying all that motherfucking water off the shelf.
But we need water for cooking. We need water. We need water for survival.
You do need water for survival. And then price gouging and all this shit starts to happen too during hurricane season here when a hurricane is in the area. So he had about 10 cases of water and about 5 gallons of like water right in his car. So after dinner, he was like, you know, come back to my place or whatever. Went upstairs. He opened up his trunk and I see all this water. He was like, take as much as you need. So I took 2 cases. So went back
which was very nice.
Which was nice. Listen, bitch, that hit on my love. It hit on my love language. So, bitch, it was
playing
honestly, on my G spot.
Shout out to Brittany. Brittany, she listens to the show all the time. She knew that I went out to get water and I couldn't find. I only found like 2 cases. I was able to 3. And she went all the way out after work and got me and Jenna and brought it to my house. I wasn't even home. She knocked on the door and brought me cases because she's like, I got you. So.
Good. So yeah, afterwards, whatever, went back upstairs, you know, said my goodbyes and everything like that. He said, you know, he had a long night and went home. So I'm talking to him the next day before he gets ready to go out of town. And he was like, we just joking. And he was like, you know what? I've learned something about you. And I was like, what? He was like, you're a dickhead. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, why am I a dickhead? He was like, you know, you saw all.
Did he have to come straight as a dickhead?
Bitch. Which caught me off guard. I'm like, nah, bitch, you better explain your motherfucking self. You better be fucking playing at this particular point in time.
Like, I don't even know you like that.
So he was like, yeah, you know, you saw all this water and stuff like that, and you didn't offer to help take it in my in the house with me. And I was like, listen, dude, I don't read minds for one. Okay, right. So if you're a grown ass man, if you need help with something, you have 10 cases of fucking water. I don't know what the fuck you was gonna do with this water. Like logically, it doesn't make sense for me that you was gonna have 10 cases of water in your house. I didn't think that far. I don't assume shit. So let me know what the fuck you need. I would have been happy to oblige. Right. And I don't appreciate the fucking judgment. So it's like, especially bitch, we only been on 2-3 dates. Like, who the fuck are you to call me a dickhead? Left his ass alone.
Did he call you selfish too?
Dickhead was part of being selfish. That's what he meant by calling me a dickhead. So when I responded back to him, he rolled his eyes and continued on with another conversation. I didn't stop. I stopped responding back to him. I hit him up because he's from the Bahamas and his family, you know, the Bahamas, you know, prayers goes out to the Bahamas.
But this is before the Bahamas got hit.
Well, it was during, because the next day is when the hurricane was right over the Bahamas.
Oh, so he was a little stressed out probably.
So he was stressed out, and that's the only reason why I reached out to him and see how his family was. But that was it. That was the end of the conversation. Okay. So that was done. Which was like, you know, and I was really feeling dude had his shit together and everything like that. He was cool, but I can kind of feel that this might not be going it won't go far, just because his mouth was kind of reckless and just how I am too, it wasn't gonna go too far. So that was it.
When I think about my mouth, I found the right motherfucker for me.
Bitch,
I talk so reckless.
You talk so much too, but yeah, you do.
I talk so much. I don't listen for shit.
You don't.
Listen, let me tell you, this is how bad so he always tells me that when I say something, just do it. Stop questioning it. Because he'll be like, get up. And I'm like, but why? You know, I ask why for it doesn't matter what it is. I always have to know like why. Mm-hmm. So again, today we're on a boat. There's a bunch of lizards. So I'm sitting right next to him. There's no problem. Like there's no reason for him to say like anything. So he tells me, he's like, baby, can you stand up real quick and come sit over here? I'm to the left of him. Why do I have to go to the right of you? Baby, get up and come sit on this side. I'm like, but why? Baby, I told you about this shit. Just come over here. Sit around this side. I didn't notice there was a lizard literally right on top of me.
Why the motherfucker didn't just say it's a lizard? Get your ass over here.
Because I would have jumped over that goddamn boat into the water. Oh. If I would have seen that lizard that close to me, I would have been in the water.
I would have paid to see that.
Fuck you. I told you I pissed myself yesterday because of a fucking lizard. Yeah. Like just yesterday he saw me. I went and grabbed the phone. And when I lifted, the lizard is there. And during the scream, when I pulled back, like, literally my bladder just emptied because I was so nervous.
Bitch. I can't.
Like my nerves with these, and they're everywhere. Mm-hmm. So no, that's another thing why it's like I talk so much and I question so much and I'm so reckless that I needed somebody to like that knows how to handle that. And that's something really important that you know. You can't have anyone that talks reckless because you're gonna snap right back.
Yeah, I don't do. Yeah,
I need somebody who's not gonna pay attention to me.
Yeah. It needs to be a balance. You need to learn how to talk to me and all this other stuff in order for us to work. And I can see like the way he was. I guess because he feels people. This is the whole problem with being gay and dating and being in the position I'm in. I don't need a motherfucker for shit. I don't want anybody for anything
Tell
like that. I have multiple brands that I'm fucking sitting here promoting. So it's just like,
he rich.
I don't, bitch, I'm not rich.
I'm the broke friend, okay?
I'm not rich.
So
it's like friend. It's like you people always ask me like, oh, you need to date people with money and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, I agree. But some of the motherfuckers can be smug. And they can say, and they're so used to running shit and all this other stuff. And it's like they can be reckless in the things they say. It was like, look, bitch, I have all the fucking, I have all the money. I have the influence. You just, if you still want this, bitch, you just have to sit here and deal with it.
I'm just as good as you are. So what's up?
And right, bitch, it's like, nigga, I ain't paying for this shit. But I ain't doing shit with you.
It's not necessarily as in I'm better or you're better or I got more, you got more. It's just, what are you adding to me? What am I adding to you?
I don't care. I don't care about that.
I do. I think it's very important. Is what are you adding to my life?
Yeah.
You have to add something. You're not just here to just chill.
It doesn't have to necessarily be financial.
No. I don't mean financial at all.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you adding to my life? Whether it's happiness, but maybe what I lack and my weaknesses are your strengths.
Yeah.
What are you adding to my life?
Exactly. And I agree with you. And I just didn't see what he was going to be adding to me or anything like that. And it's just like, it was just fun for what it was. I got a couple free meals, and the conversation was okay and it was cool. So now it's like it's another player on the team, and
we're still drafting.
We're still drafting. Yeah, ain't nobody hired.
No, he's not.
He's
not on the team yet.
Okay, I said the wrong terminology. Thank you for correcting me, friend.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
let him know we're still on the draft, sir. So if you listen to this, you better keep practicing.
So funny.
Work on that jump shot because you might get cut.
This nigga was like, "Are you going to ask to go talk about me in the podcast?" No. I don't think I am, but
he has a co-host that talks too much.
Exactly, and it's like, bitch, I can't. Yeah, and I said, now Carla might, bitch, and he did. So that's why I'm like, shit, I can't tell Carla shit. And it was like, when I tell Carla, I specifically tell her, girl, do not repeat this shit. Okay, and she has to specify. Should I not repeat it to you, or should I not repeat it on air? Tell me what not to repeat it at. Because if I don't specify,
what about it can I say? Can I go around it with a little clue? Like, I need specifics.
But then with her being her friends, like, bitch, you just know you just can't say shit. Like, I ain't saying, I still don't say shit about anything that you got going on. I don't give a fuck. I just sit here and mind my damn business. But bitch, that girl talk a lot.
I talk too much.
But I've been having fun. It's great to be with someone.
It feels amazing.
Yeah, having fun. Talking, just having a friendship and all this other stuff. Sex is amazing. I'm just gonna put it out there, bitch.
Sex is good.
That's why the fuck you ain't see me, bitch. Fuck y'all.
I put a PSA on Instagram. So y'all, I put an Amber Alert on Instagram, and I said, "Listen, I'm looking for my friend. I don't know where he's at. I haven't heard from him. I know y'all haven't seen him either. You know how many messages I got talking about he's been dick napped." We haven't seen him either. Is he okay? Oh yeah, I'm like, oh, so y'all feel me? Because I haven't seen him either. I know
a lot of people was just like,
when you talking about I went to the gym. I don't know that.
What? Oh, because I still was doing my regular shit. I just was not posting because I had company, and it's just like, I ain't posting with this person around me.
So weird.
It is.
Because I'm usually on my phone all day long.
Yeah.
And it's like, just to leave I don't know where my phone is half the time. My phone be dead.
Bitch. Yeah.
I'm like, this.
And you don't never let your phone die, bitch. Never.
Listen, my phone gets to 10% and 911.
Same.
Somebody find me a goddamn charger.
Same here. Bitch, I've been getting cooked for it every damn day. Working out together and stuff like, and just enjoying each other's time. I talked to Carla and I was like, Carla, I'm gonna push this away, bitch, because this ain't. And she's like, no.
You were ready to self-sabotage.
Yeah.
You were so ready, and I tried to do that in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad I didn't. I tried. Mm-hmm. He didn't let me sabotage it right away. Yeah. But it's so easy for us to be like, this is too good to be true. Oh, this feels too good. Let me push it away. Don't push away something that's good. Like I still sometimes sabotage a lot of times actually. And I'm glad that I'm trying to recognize it when I'm doing it. As soon as I do it, I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Or my therapist tells me, the hell's wrong with you? What are you doing that for? But you feel good. Your routines aren't changing.
Yeah.
You're making money. You're still working. So why question it?
pressing on the brakes. That's what it was. People get so caught up and fall in love with me so quickly. I'm like, bitch, get to know me first before you fall in
They
love.
like that dick.
I know I have all this charisma and shit like that, and yeah, whatever you want to say.
That charisma, dick charisma.
But seriously though, it's like people when you meet me and everything like that, I don't want you just to be attracted to what you see and everything like that. Like if you want to be serious with me, it's certain things I have to check
layers.
off. Yeah,
and there's so many layers to you that it's like it's gonna take time.
Don't
fall in love over the icing.
I was like,
this cake is different flavors.
I told him I was multifaceted, and he really did legit ask me like, "What does that mean?"
Are you you got multiple personalities? Yeah. Are you bipolar?
Right. And I was just like, it's so many different sides to me. It's I'm a comedian, bitch. I'm a business person. I talk a lot. I'm into fucking politics. I work out a lot. It's just like it's so many different sides. Like get to know all those sides and see if you can deal with it, right? So I'm just having it's cool. I'm having fun. So like I said.
Yeah, if you guys are taking part of cuffing season, what is it? Drafts and tryouts and preseason, and you make the team.
Bitch, we are legit in this cuffing season shit.
We're in the middle of it.
I'm not in the middle of shit.
Do I have the team? Did I make the team already?
I don't know what the fuck y'all gonna do. I don't know what the fuck is going on between y'all. I don't know. I know what the fuck is going on, but I don't know what the fuck y'all calling it. What are y'all calling it?
I don't know. That's just my nigga. I don't know.
When do you put a title on shit?
So
like when do you make shit
after 90 days, and we just hit 90 days.
Okay, so what's the
title?
So I
left the permit. I don't know. We're not gonna talk about this.
We not. So it's okay for me to talk about my shit, but you can't really sit here and.
So we hit 90 days, recently, and I think it's a relation.
Why are you scared to say the relationship word?
I don't know. Just because. So I wanted to self-sabotage it because I told you I just got out of a relationship. So I'm like, I'm going back into one. So shit my therapist says. Here we go. I went to her. Did I talk about this on the show already, or was it just between you and I?
I don't know. It depends on what you're about to say. I'll tell you.
So I went to the therapist and I said, I'm scared because I just got out of a 6-year relationship and now I'm falling for someone else. And it's so fast. So she reminds me, she said, you've been coming here for a little bit over a year. You let go of that relationship emotionally a very long time ago. So I physically had someone next to me, but emotionally I checked out. And although I wanted to make it work at some point, we were going to therapy, we were doing whatever. When we broke up back in February, and we were dealing without a title, I emotionally detached myself. And I was searching for this idea of a relationship of what I wanted. And it just wasn't, that wasn't for us. I wasn't the woman for him, and he wasn't the woman, he wasn't the man for me. So when this falls into my lap, it was everything I asked for. She's like, so what's the problem? Although there was a person there physically, don't let go of this just because society-wise or on paper, or if someone looking from the outside in, it might seem like you moved on too fast or you didn't have a break. She's like, you really did have a break. You broke up in February. You were still fucking. You were still doing like relationship shit, but it wasn't a relationship, and emotionally you weren't there. And you've been working on yourself emotionally all this time alone. Yeah. Because I had been going to therapy now. Him and I stopped going to therapy together way before that when we broke up, so February. Yeah. And I was dealing with myself by myself, with her. So I was emotionally ready, and it's here. So now that it's been the time that it's been, him and I, we're just saying, let's just keep going without pressure. It's like, yeah, we're together. Yeah, we're exclusive, but we don't put pressure on each other. It's just like, we're exclusive, and let's take it day by day and just build each other and have fun.
I'm cool with that. And, I agree. It's like, listen, just let it be and just let it grow to what it needs to grow to. I am very selective about the people that I become serious about.
As you should be.
Bitch, I don't let people stay the night at my house.
That was huge.
Yeah, bitch, it was real huge because I talk about it all the time. So it's just like, okay, so I know how I am and the safeguards that I have in place when it comes to people being around me. And if you're able to knock down all these walls, like, okay, cool. I'm just going to let it happen. I'm just going to let it grow. I'm not going to forcefully or to try to put a stop to it if it's growing naturally. But like I said, I ain't in no motherfucking relationship. Not yet. Like, I still, it's a lot of stuff I have to know.
You don't have to put a title on it just yet. Just enjoy it.
So let's talk about this, bitch.
What?
So the Bahamian bitch, I told, of course, people know I'm on this podcast, and you guys know I'm very open on this podcast and everything. And one thing I'm coming to realize is that I don't think when it comes to me dating that I want people to know or listen to the podcast. Like, he and I was talking, and I told him, I was like, you know what? After we talked for a little bit, I got to know him a little bit. I told him, it's like, listen, it's okay for you to listen to the podcast. He was like, why couldn't I listen to it before? It was like, because it's like a cheat sheet. Okay. You get to know everything about me, right? If you listen long enough, you'll be able to figure out who the fuck I am. But I know nothing about you. So one day we're at dinner, and I guess he listened to our last episode, and your fuck ass said something about...
Fuck I do.
Bitch, your fuck ass gonna talk about, yeah, you want to hear about his sexual escapades? Listen to our episode and so about what he did in New York. That's good. So that motherfucker asked me, he said, so what happened in New York? Bitch, I did exactly what you did. I damn near spit out that motherfucking drink. That martini he was drinking. I said, what? And he was like, yeah, what happened in New York? I was listening to the episode, and you said something. I was like, oh, fuck. Nothing. Which episode is it on? No. It'll come up naturally. So then he also said, he only listened to 30 minutes of the episode, by the way.
Oh.
It was like, I also know that you like to be choked and you like to be slapped with your ass slapped. And I was like, oh, fuck. Don't listen to anything else. This is it.
You know what? We don't need to talk about no more section on this podcast.
Right. So I was just like, well, fuck. I want to be open and all this stuff. I enjoy talking about the shit that I'm doing and everything like that. People like that. People hit us all the time. I was like, I like the fact that you guys are open and sharing your life, but it's hard.
And the dating aspect.
When in that dating aspect.
So I told you, when was it that I went on that damn date, the online date?
That short boy
with the catfish, fucking midget.
That was a long time ago. That was right after your relationship broke up.
So it was in February?
Yeah,
February, March.
Yeah.
So around March, I went on an online dating thing, and I talked about it on here. Yeah, because we talked about it in March with that episode. Okay, so I go on it, and my biggest fear was for anyone to know who I was. So I only used my first name. I didn't attach it to my Facebook. I didn't put my Instagram on there. Like, it was just, and I used pictures that weren't on social media. Mm-hmm. So that way, because you can Google search a picture.
Yeah.
So I used like my own pictures. I didn't use anything on social media. Oh, but you
were real paranoid.
Yes, because hello, it's almost 2 years worth of information on here.
Yeah.
They can find out anything about me.
Yeah.
So that's just an unfair advantage. Not that I don't mind actually whoever I'm dating listening.
You need to. Yeah.
I want whoever I'm talking to listen to me. Like, see who I am. It's cool. But for me to meet you and try to get to know you, like with this relationship, with this, what I got going on right now, we knew each other already. We were friends. So it's like, he knew what was going on in the show and outside the show. Yeah. That didn't even matter. But if you're brand new, it's an unfair advantage.
Bitch, get this. So at Capital Grill, he frequents Capital Grill at least once a week, bitch. Sometimes
he
twice.
Rich.
Yeah, he got money.
He buy? Because I'd be hungry.
No, he said he said that he fucked pussy, blah, blah, blah. But niggas be saying that, but then talking about it's been about 10 years or so. I'm like, okay, nigga, whatever.
Maybe he want, you mind if he take me to Capital Grill? I'd be hungry.
You stupid. Anyway, so the waiter came in and, came up to us and everything like that, which is his favorite waiter. He's like, oh, what's up, Anthony? I was like, oh, bitch, do I know you? He was like, yeah, you don't know me, but, I know you. We got mutual friends through social media, and my wife listens to the podcast, and she fucking loves you. Every week she's texting me and blah, blah, blah. So at the end of dinner, he comes back and he was like, so what's this? Are you guys dating and stuff like that? And it's just like, this is like the second or third date. And he was like, so yeah, I'll tell you, Anthony's cultured. He's about his business, about his shit. Like, just start going down the line, telling the dude about me, advocating.
This man doesn't know me. Shut up.
I don't know him. It's for him to know all this shit about me. So I'm sitting here like, nigga, he and I looking at each other like, is this shit really happening? Like, the motherfucking straight ass motherfucking waiter is sitting up here telling my whole motherfucking life and who I am to this nigga?
Right.
Like, okay, cool, but creepy at the same time.
I mean, I get it. We love our fans and we do all of this, to help you guys. And I know you feel like you know us because we share damn near everything. Now we out here talking about you like to get choked, and I'm over here like, oh, love me, kiss me, like I'm going off the grid because I'm booed up. We're telling you exactly what we're doing and the blueprint of our lives. So it makes sense because I'm a fan of other people that I really feel like I fucking know them. You know, I'm like,
most definitely. If
I see you in person, I'll be like, hey girl, So I get it, but then sometimes it's just just say hi. We're regular people. You know, when I'm out, it's just me.
That's how it was when we met Crystal and Kid Fury, and I was hanging with them that weekend. I was like, yeah.
It's just that.
It's just y'all, just regular people. I'm not gonna ask you shit about your life, nigga. Whatever you talk about is what we gonna talk about. Whatever
and I
you bring
don't mind
up,
you fangirling. Like, oh my God, I want a picture, or like, let's do a video. I don't mind that at all. Mm-hmm. Like that, it's dope. I've done it. I get it. I feel that way. But sometimes it's just like, I'm out, just hanging out.
Yeah. It's a little uneasy though. Like I'm just like, damn,
you don't know who they are.
You don't know who they are, and it's just like I said, they just know everything about you. So, yeah, DMs and stuff like that we get from people. It's like, oh, bitch. Damn. People, some of y'all cross the line. I've learned not to clap back at y'all no more. The reason why I'm not going to do this is because I get it. Like, y'all think we're friends. So you can say some slick shit out your mouth. And it's like that dickmatized comment.
No. Right. The slick shit I say to you, they come back with it.
You come back with it. And I'm like, I'm going to let this go ahead and slide off my back and not snap back at this motherfucker because, you know, he feels like you know me. It's cool. It's cool.
They're imitating what they see on here.
Yeah, it's no harm and everything like that. So I'm cool. So you want to go ahead and go to our next
yes. Segment? We're going to go ahead and go into unsolicited advice. Now, remember, this is a section where we give you guys advice on anything that you might have going on. So you can email us, just like this a young lady did, at shitim30podcast@gmail.com. And we'll read your letter. We'll give you our very unprofessional advice.
We're not therapists, y'all. I'm going to keep saying that every single time, bitch. Because we talk about a lot about mental health and all this other shit. We just talk about from our experiences.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes you want to hear your friend. You speak to your friends. Like, I go to my friends. I'm like, listen, I'm going through this. What should I do? Yeah. And that's what you guys are doing with us. So, and I'm very opinionated. I love to give my opinion.
No matter
whether you ask for it or not.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you. So ask me, because I'm ready to give you my opinion on whatever the fuck you got going on, you know? Good, bad, ugly, it don't matter. So this one says, hi guys. I'm not going to say her name. It says, hi guys, let me start by saying I love the show. I am months away from my 30th birthday and I feel like my next move is crucial. Hold on. Once you turn 30, your eyes be going bad.
Not mine, bitch. I got good eyesight. I just can't hear worth the shit.
one of your senses is gonna go out. Mine was my eyes. I can hear.
Mine was my hearing, bitch.
Okay, no, I can't see. Hold on. All right. She's about to turn 30, and her next move is crucial. I went to school for TV and film, and I've always known I want to work in the entertainment industry, as it is all I am passionate about: film, music, TV, life events, etc. Last summer, I worked at a recording studio. I played many instruments, and I am learning more about production. But I ended up leaving because I was not paying my bills. It was not paying my bills. I took a salaried position at a 9-to-5 entry-level job in finance and marketing. It is a desk job, but they have perks and flexibility, like the option to work from home remotely if I have to move. Plus, they love me here. It's mainly project management, but I don't care about finance at all, and I know it will not fulfill me. I have been looking at other companies like record labels and streaming services like Pandora in hopes that I can have the stability of a 9-to-5 for now while still working in entertainment. The issue is, my man and I took a hit financially when I went to work for the studio, and now that I am in my current position, we are stable, saving, and I personally am recently debt-free.
Congrats, bitch.
Congratulations. Like, to hit your 30s debt-free, girl, amazing. I know that switching to another company is a risk, and I don't have high savings to live off of if things don't work out. We're getting married next year, and after listening to your podcast, we are seriously considering buying a home. We live in Brooklyn. I know good things come when you take risks, but I want to start a side hustle. My current job allows me the freedom to do music lessons, videography, etc., so I can eventually leave that world altogether. I skipped a letter there. I have always wanted to work for myself, but entertainment world is something I am built for, and I can see the potential in both. Please help. Signed, not yet 30. The first thing I see with here, and you sent me some more like background information, and you're like, I know you're going to say this, and yes, I'm going to say it anyway, because you said, I'm turning 30, and I feel like my next move is crucial. You don't have to have your shit together by the time you're 30. So you're already ahead of the game. You're debt-free. Mm-hmm. Like, you're walking into your 30s, whether you're walking into 29, 30, 35, whatever you're walking into debt-free, that is clap for you. Be proud of yourself. Tap yourself on the back, because
bitches can't say that at 60.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, they will die with debt. So you're debt-free. I think you have an amazing situation here, and I think you're putting way too much pressure on yourself. You took the risk working at the recording studio when you were, and it wasn't making ends meet. The only small, I would say, not mistake, but something you could have done was probably work on a side hustle. While you were working in the recording studio and start trying to make money on the side. You could have Ubered, you could have babysat, you could do whatever you're on your free time to make extra money and stay at the recording studio. Because when you did give me background information, she mentioned that it was Grammy nominated artists that were there. It was a very good opportunity. It just didn't pay well, which is what happens when you take risks like this. Like when I did it, I knew I was taking a completely pay cut, going to like nothing, you know? And I know I had to save a certain amount of money, but the opportunities and the places that I can go once I quit, even though I'm not making any money and you're working for free, there's no amount of money you can get for that. Yeah. You know, you being in that recording studio would have been great. So now that's gone. Can't go back to the past. But now you're working at this 9 to 5. Although you don't like it, you're going to be debt free now. So set a goal. All I'm thinking is here, you need to go. Next year, you're going to keep working where you are, the 9 to 5. I'm a little worried about this wedding thing because I know weddings put you in a fucking hole again. So I'm hoping that the wedding situation is not going to put you in a hole and you guys already had the money saved up or maybe a family. You know, I think like parents are supposed to pay for the wedding traditionally, whatever.
Depends on the family.
It definitely depends on the family. Hopefully that's the way it's happening. If not, don't go into debt because of a wedding. Honestly, like it's not worth it going into, like financially speaking. If you can avoid it, don't do it. But put yourself into a 1-year goal and say, in this 1 year, I can save this much on my 9 to 5 and put this much away. You have a partner and now soon to be a husband. Have him put money aside as well so you guys know you have a year worth of savings. You have a very nice emergency fund. An emergency fund for one person is about $1,000 to $1,500. For two people, I would say $3,000. Emergency fund. AC breaks down. Car breaks down, somebody passes away, God forbid, knock on wood, in a different state and you'd have to buy plane tickets to get there. Whatever it is, $3,000 emergency fund, have 3 to 6 months worth of bills out, or in your situation, since you're trying to do something different, a year if possible, at least for like the things that you take care of while he's still working, and set that goal and start doing side hustles while you're doing it, and then take the leap to leave that 9 to 5. You have flexibility. You said you can work from home. If you move, you can work remotely. Don't leave it until you have your savings on the side. Once those savings are on the side and you start making money off your side hustles, like you said, videography, music lessons, once those side jobs are making you enough money for you at least to like pay your bills, then take the risk.
Gotcha. So great. Carla gave some great advice. I'm put my realtor hat on and stuff like that and make money because you did say that, you know, that you want to buy a house. I do agree with Carla. Instead of using that money to pay for a wedding and everything like that, using it to put it into a home. One thing Carla was able to do, because she does own her home and everything like that, when she quit her job, this home has become like a whole nest egg of money like she can make off of it. She was able to rent it out for Airbnb. If you ever get into a tough time when you do decide to take that risk and leave your job, you're able to take a line of equity, a line of credit out on this home as well to help you get out of those hard times. So definitely make some smart investments in yourself, especially since you're debt free now. The next step, and you should listen to our financial literacy episode, start putting money into like, you know, different investment mutual funds and everything, like a high yielding interest accounts. Like I said, make sure your car is paid off. You know, all these things. Set yourself up.
Bank of America, real quick. If you have Bank of America, Chase, goes into the episode. Do not get a savings account with those places. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So definitely set yourself up further before you decide to take this risk, just in case, like I said, if you fall on your face or anything like that, if something happens where you trip up, you have these different investments that you've made to catch yourself where you won't be back in the situation that you worked to get out of before. But continue to work on your side hustle. Just have that 9 to 5 until after you make these investments, and then you're financially stable to go out and take this risk. Yeah,
you're working 9 to 5. You did tell me on the extra information that, you know, the times with the recording studio put a strain in your relationship, which I get it. That can be, it can be a lot. But you're working 9 to 5, and what are you doing from 5 to 12? So you have 7 days in a week. So maybe 4 days from 5 to 12, you're working on your side hustle, and 3 of those days after work, you're spending it with your fiance and your husband. So allocate time. Time management is going to be your friend here. It's crucial for you to like manage your time correctly. So you probably not even need to give him 3 days, 1 day out of the week where it's like right after you get off work, everything is just you and him. Shut down phones. It's date night, you know? So I'm just concerned about this wedding.
Yeah.
Because although I want a big wedding, so you guys have goals. You can get married now and have a huge wedding later.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I would want a big wedding, but then before I do a big wedding, I would be like Nicki Minaj, bitch. I will go ahead and have my license, apply for the license and everything like that, and probably be married like that before I went ahead. Before I go ahead,
talk shit so bad. I'm gonna shut up.
Before I go ahead and get married, before I go ahead and get married down the line, I will go ahead and buy my house first. I would do different things and invest that money in, and then just have a wedding later once you already in your career and all this stuff. I would. Oh, I don't know what you. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about Nicki Minaj. I'm just saying that's what she did. They had a marriage license.
Why?
I don't know. I don't care.
Probably because he's a pedophile and he can't get married.
Okay.
Trying to make sure there's no children around her.
We can't pick and choose. We can't pick and choose people partners for them. If she likes it, I love it.
Oh,
so,
I love it too.
Yeah.
It just don't make no damn sense. She got all the money to make the biggest wedding.
You know, I'm kind of sad that motherfucking Nicki Minaj talking about she retiring. And the thing about it is, this bitch is sick. She has said after 5 albums, one of her biggest things is that she want a ring. She always wanted to be in a marriage and be barefoot and pregnant and just really take care of her man. I'm happy that she's finally at this place now where she's able to cut off this celebrity. She wants to cut off this whole celebrityism and just go ahead and live her life because you motherfuckers are toxic. Like the shit that people be at and then talking about Nicki Minaj about and everything. It's like, bitch, the bitch can't be happy. Y'all want to come after her motherfucking husband. Y'all came after her brother. Y'all come after her. Y'all come after so much stuff that she's doing and she's just trying to live her life.
Speak about her brother?
It beats. I don't give a fuck about her brother. I don't give a fuck. Her brother should be in jail. Yes, most definitely. I agree with that. But it's a lot for one person to continue to take so many hits.
That's why you gotta shut off your phone.
And that's what she's basically doing. She's like, bitch, I'm worth $85 million. I got a nigga that's fucking me real good. I got all these different investments and shit like that that's out there. I'm ready to stop this shit now for my mental health because I see maybe I am putting toxic shit out.
You ever had jail dick?
No.
Prison dick?
No.
It's gotta be good.
No, I haven't.
It's gotta be good. If it make a bitch retire, prison dick gotta be real fucking good.
I hear it is good. I hear it is good. She said she loved this man though when she was 17 and shit like that.
Listen, my ex went to jail for 5 days because some paperwork missed, like probation violation, 5 days. He came home. He fucked me so good. I bet. Can you imagine years?
I fucked a nigga though, and when I was in high school, and he was in jail for like 2 or 3 years, and I think when he came out, he was gay.
Wait.
And
wait, can you say that one more time? Paint this picture for me again.
So it was this nigga when I was in high school, my senior year of high school, that I was talking to. He was older than me, but he was in jail for like 3 to 4 years, and like when he got out, he was gay.
But he wasn't gay before.
He wasn't gay when he went in. And he said he was fucking and shit like that in jail. So I asked him, I was like, so how are you fucking in jail? Who give you? He was like the guards and stuff like that. Give us condoms, gives us condoms and shit. So they only lasted for I think about a couple of weeks and some shit like that.
He went back straight?
No, because I kind of stopped talking to him. I think he was lying. I caught him lying, and me and my friend, he said he was somewhere where he said he was somewhere where he wasn't. I passed by his house. Mind you, I was like 17, 18 years old. Okay. And he was actually living with a boy that he was fucking. So that he was in a relationship
came out and
with.
Like got into a relationship. He was gay the whole time.
But I think he just maybe this was a pen pal or some shit like that he was talking to in jail, and then he ended up moving in with him. So
he got a house, money, food.
Yeah, exactly. So I ended up egging his motherfucking car and went on about my motherfucking business. But you asked me about sex with him. Only thing I remember is that he took me to Mobile, Alabama, where he was from one time. We went to go visit.
That's some racist ass city.
Yeah, and homophobic as fuck as well. And yeah, he was like, I want to try to bottom. So I was like, okay. And
he came out curious as fuck.
I tried to fuck him. For one, it hurt so bad because it hurt me because he was so tight, bitch. It was like a rubber band, just like really, really squeezing on my dick. And it was like he was in such pain.
He was probably clenched like
exactly,
like I would be.
Exactly. So this is why I don't try to convert people over to be bottoms and stuff like that, or try to convert straight people over and all this shit. I ain't got time for that.
Tight, shitty booties.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's so nasty. And that I think that experience would turn me off from y'all, quote unquote trade. You don't hear me saying that word, but he was trade, and I don't like trade. I don't like that shit. Y'all can keep that.
Okay. So real quick, just to clear up things for your Barbs and you, he is a sex offender.
Yeah.
It was the rape.
Statutory rape.
It was the 16-year-old girl,
Mm-hmm.
and he was 16 as well.
Yeah.
So it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. I know.
So
I wasn't gonna get into it and go back and forth with you. I'm so happy you discovered that and saw it on your own.
yeah.
But yeah, that whole situation, and it's like y'all giving Nicki Minaj so much heat and shit like that, and it's like knowing the story, it's like that can easily be any of us. It's so many stories about somebody 18 or something like that fucking with somebody they met in high school.
But he does have 18 violations of violence, so the nigga's crazy.
I am not denying that, and that's why y'all need to stop fucking with Nicki Minaj.
And he killed somebody.
And that's
so he is a murderer.
Yeah, he is a murderer. So, and this is when Nicki Minaj said, "I'm not no longer addressing you niggas. You niggas gotta meet y'all gotta see my motherfucking husband." I told you, I said, "Bitch, I got scared because that nigga got a record for real. Like he bought it.
He's a street nigga,
right?
For real.
With Nicki Minaj money."
Safari cried because they don't robbed him. Bitch, don't play with her. Her new man.
So, and I said, and maybe she has to like, this ain't good for my man's mental health because him being the type of nigga the street nigga he is, seeing his girl being attacked and all this other stuff by all these by anybody and shit like that, and you supposed to be there to protect your woman, and it's like, nigga, you want to go out and shoot a bitch. You want to whoop a nigga ass. That's what you know. So, Nicki Minaj, go and do your shit. I hope you just drop another album, girl, because I don't want you to leave off of Queen. I don't think Queen was the album for you to leave off of. But I do think.
But she was saying that she was working on an album and she was going to get married after the album dropped. So is that album now trashed?
Yeah. And that's why I don't know. But she also made a statement after she said it on Twitter. She also came out the next day and said, "I apologize. That was like, that was just out the blue and I shouldn't have put it out there. You guys." She didn't say disregard it, but she was like, just, I apologize for what I said. Oh. So maybe she might drop another album. I don't know. I know maybe. She just, dropped this whole thing with Fendi. Bitch, this bitch is making money, bitch. Oh. This Fendi campaign.
That's one thing she'll always do. She knows how to make money.
And that bitch know how to write motherfucking music, bitch. Right. So we're going to go ahead and go to our next segment.
Yes. Shit talk. Okay. This week, I'm going to take it out just because it's a current event thing that's going on right now, and it's about Malik Yoba. He hits back at claims that he solicited young trans teen for sex. And I'm like, what?
Carla just told me that. I didn't know anything about that.
I thought he just said that he was trans attracted, that, he loves women. There's nothing wrong with seeing she looked like a woman, walks like a woman, speaks like a woman. I'm attracted. I like women. He didn't come out and said that he has had sex with women. He just said, respect trans women for what they are, like women. If you like it, regardless of what's in their pants, you look like a woman. I'm attracted to you. It is what it is. So I thought, hey, cool. You said it. I think there's more men out here that they see a woman, like the one I'm obsessed with from Pose. What is her name again?
Which one?
India.
Okay, India. Yeah.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I literally am obsessed with her. Like, I cannot stop watching. I love when she goes live. I love everything about her.
Bitch, I like Candy, bitch.
Oh, you like Candy?
Bitch, yes.
Oh, I'm obsessed with India. Whatever. It's India or
India? Yeah. Which one you talking about? Angel? The girl that...
Angel, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Angel. That bitch bad. She bad.
There's just something about her that I'm obsessed with. And like, I be staring at her titties like they're so small and cute.
Yeah.
And, she's just perfect to me. Anyways, the point is that I thought it was great. His actual statement was, trans people deserve love and respect, as do those of us that love them. I love all women and count myself amongst those that find themselves trans attracted. That is what he wrote. Here's what happened after this and why I have a fucking problem with it. A woman by the name of Mariah Lopez Ebony comes out as soon as he puts out this beautiful message for black men who are the most homophobic, I would say, because of the way that they have been raised to be and the society and people of color, period. I just think it's Hispanic and black men. Just, you cannot be around gay people. You can't, especially trans. It's just so taboo. This black, famous, rich, married man says, it's cool. Here comes Mariah, a black trans woman, and calls him out, saying that he allegedly once solicited her for sex while she was a minor. This is the same shit that I was telling you before that happened with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard supposedly is attracted to trans women, had some type of relationship with a trans woman, and because she didn't get what she wanted, she outed him out and was like, if you don't do A, B, whatever, I'm going to post you out there. Like, there's something wrong with it. Mm-hmm. Again, and this is what Mariah just now did. It's like, for a little bit of clout, for the 15 minutes of fame of being the next, I would say the next it trans girl to get on whatever entertainment blog there is. It's like, oh, he tried to solicit me too. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, because now you're making it seem like there's something wrong with being attracted to trans women. Yeah, it's something wrong with you being underage. Did he know you were underage? No, bitch. You was probably out here with mad fucking makeup on social media, or on the street, wherever the fuck you were at. Did he know you were underage? He solicited you for sex as a trans woman. Shut the fuck up. Let him come out here. He hasn't even had the chance to go on big platforms like The Breakfast Club or The View or whatever. Let him be out here putting out the message that black men are attracted to trans women before you have to come out here and shit on the fact that he's being like making it normal for you, normalizing loving all women, including trans women. So really, that is all my shit talk. Like, fuck you to anyone in the LGBT community. And I know I'm probably shouldn't, don't take this just out of context. Yes. Yeah. Like, so fuck anybody in the LGBT community that takes away from anyone outside of it, trying to normalize your community, trying to make sure that everyone else in the heterosexual community understands that it's okay. So if we're out here rooting for you, if we're out here, you know, trying to be an ally, for 15 minutes of fame is not worth it, taking us or taking your community 10 steps back just because you want to be out in the spotlight. No, your community comes first. What's going on with you guys comes first. There's not, all we can do is be allies for you. And once we come out, don't shit on us for doing it. Right. Just don't do it. Just shut up and let it be.
Well, I agree portion of what Carla is saying. You know, majority of, I see what Carla's point.
I see it as a hetero woman.
Yeah. I'm not going to take anything away from the girl. If she say that, you know, hey, she was underage and all this other stuff, and that, you know, he solicited her for sex, or they had sex or whatever. It's like, girl, timing is everything. And like Carla said, it's just like, bitch, you decide to do this once this man go ahead and, you know, and not out himself. I don't, for lack of better terminology, but it says like, hey, guys, I'm attracted to trans people. What you're doing is, like she said, you're overshadowing this whole thing. And I think coming out and using you being gay or you being trans or your sexuality to harm somebody else in a particular moment is foul, and it's some shit that you don't do. I don't fucking out people.
No.
If you on the DL, I ain't gonna fuck with you on the DL.
But when you're making it seem like it's wrong.
Yeah, like it's wrong, and you're going ahead and you're just feeding into this whole fear and this narrative. Like she said, like it's wrong. So, girl, I'm not taking anything away from you from what you said. If this truly happened and everything like that, we don't know the story. We wasn't there, but bitch, it's a fine time to fucking say some shit. So it's just like
dumbass.
Yeah. That's some bullshit, and I agree.
Just shut up. I agree. Just shut up. There's no reason to out anybody, gay, straight, or whatever. Just why out them? It's stupid.
You should have said something about it then when you. It's a time limit.
And it's just solicited. Did he fuck you though? No. So shut up. He didn't even commit. Now, like you said, it's overshadowing everything. Now all the headlines are he was trying to fuck an underage kid. We're not even thinking that you're trans or anything like that. It's just like now he fucks underage kids. That's it. Forget about the trans comment.
Right. So going into my shit talk real quick, since we're on underage, it was a 17-year-old trans woman over the trans girl over the Labor Day weekend in Baltimore that was shot and killed. You guys, that made, I think it was like the 17th or the 19th trans person that was killed. It was another one in Miami, in South Florida, that was set on fire, bitch.
What?
Yes. So shit is real. This is why what Malik did, he has to bring awareness, because the majority of black trans women are being killed by black men. And because of this whole phobia and stuff like that is out here about being trans attracted or anything like that, or being offended by a trans person. So we have to bring awareness to that. And speaking about that, I'm going to talk about the shop with Lil Nas X and being on there, and basically how this whole thing was. Now, I'm going to admit, when I first saw the previews and everything like that, the snippets.
It was the clip that went viral.
The clip that went viral about him saying, you know, Kevin Hart was like, why did you have to come out and say that you were gay and all this stuff? It wasn't Kevin Hart
who said that one. It was the main guy that was moderating. He's the one that asked the question.
Well, Kevin Hart said, why did you feel like you had to do it? Like, why? So what? That was his term.
His thing said, so what if he's gay?
Yeah, so what if he's gay?
So what if you're gay?
I get it, yeah. So, to be honest with you, I saw that clip, and I saw the show. And Kevin Hart really wasn't coming in the part. Basically, what he was saying was like, bitch, this just doesn't make you. So what? You're gay. Cool. That doesn't make who you are, your talent, and all this stuff. And that was it. My problem with the show and what was uncomfortable for me was like, why was Lil Nas X there? And it it should bring up the conversation about, diversity and inclusion. Right. I see what the producers and stuff like that was trying to do is just like, let's bring on this black gay male, opening gay male that's in hip hop, that's on the top of his game, and sit with other people that's on the top of their game and stuff like that, and sit here and have a conversation. But it was not the conversation after they talked about him being gay. It was nothing else for Lil Nas X to sit here and talk about. He was sitting there. That 1 minute, that was it. That's all. And Lil Nas X was just sitting there looking at everybody else talk about sports and all this other shit. And I've been in situations like that before. But us being black, being gay men and stuff like that, going to the barbershop and shit. There's a lot of shit y'all talk about that we can't talk about. Like, I don't know shit about sports. Carla just had to sit here and talk and go down and explain to me the whole thing about fucking scouting and all this other shit. Right. So I'm just like, you decide to bring this dude on, and he a record-breaking, talented artist, and seeing for him to have a voice, and the only voice he had was to talk about, I decided to come out because, it's important. I was taught that shit was wrong and all this other stuff. And it's just like, okay, so what did he do? I feel like Lil Nas X was too green around the ears to really sit there and demand the attention and to be in the presence of those high profile people and to really carry on the conversation and speak on certain issues or even be able to talk about certain issues. It was very uncomfortable. So it's like my shit talking to the producers. Like, you bitches
literally they're produced. So wrong.
It's so wrong. And the show was pretty good because they talked about mental health and shit like that when it comes to men and stuff.
Show. It's just why have him there?
Yeah, why? And to exploit him being gay or to exploit him being as famous as he was because he just broke a record. Like, what was it? Because you didn't do anything. To be honest with you, it didn't teach him. It didn't teach the community. It didn't teach the heterosexual community and talk about how black men see and how they treat. They did talk about the whole gay thing in sports and everything like that. And somebody was like,
2 seconds,
I guess because it's the locker room situation. It's like, y'all know that's some bullshit because y'all go to the gym and it's half the niggas that go to the gym gay.
But I can see how if there's a lot of anti or homophobic guys or just them not feeling comfortable. I'm not gonna say homophobic, just I guess not feeling comfortable around somebody gay. They're such a tight knit family. And then they're just walking around naked, and the ignorant way of men seeing it's like you
that's the
watching
problem.
me.
It's not the problem that the gay person is in the locker room. It's the problem about how you feel.
Correct.
You think the gay person is going to
that's what I'm saying. So I
bend
think
you
that's
over and
why.
rape you.
That's the only reason why it's like is the ignorance of just because you see my dick, you're gonna get.
And the conversation could have went further about that. That could have been talked about then with Lil Nas X and about stuff. And he could have sit here and said like, listen,
who knows
just
if they
because
did or not? It was such a long recording. It was 30 minutes.
Yeah, and like I said, you decide to bring this up. This the viral. Now that's the clip they decide to go ahead and put out there to bring the attention and stuff like that to
why
it, girl.
the fuck would they have that conversation with Lil Nas X?
That's what I said.
Bring a gay football player. It's just he didn't fit into it. They were all
he wasn't in sports.
How old is him? He's like 12.
He's young.
Literally. He's like a 12-year-old gay boy.
He doesn't know himself yet. He's still discovering. He figured all this shit out. You can see he was figuring it out.
He doesn't know who he is. He's around all these 40-year-old men, who have, anxiety and family issues and parental paranoia and all these things. And he's like, I'm just here making #1 album and I'm gay. And I troll on Twitter. What do you have in common with these people?
He ain't say nothing about trolling on Twitter. So that was my shit talk. It's just
watch the show. It's good.
Well, I ain't gonna say watch the show if it's good because to be honest with you, I was kind of bored listening to most of the shit. I was like, this is not a show for me. To be honest with you, it just wasn't. It was about a bunch of talk about hetero shit, talking about sports. They talking about I don't know, assist and all this. I'm like, what the fuck is an assist? It's a lot of shit I just don't know, bitch. I'm so serious, like a counter and shit. I really was fucking lost until they started talking about shit I can relate to. So, and it's the whole thing about inclusion. If you're going to bring these people, if you want your show to be diverse, start talking about topics that other people, that everybody can talk about. It's like, okay, I can come to your table, but can I eat the same food that you're eating? Like
they brought a vegetarian to Texas to Brazil.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, thank you for having me here. Thank you. Now my face is here, so it shows that this table is pretty in here. Oh, this table is inclusive. Right. But bitch, you're not talking about anything I can, partake in. You're not talking about anything I can relate in, or to be able to share my story and everything like that, or to be able to bring awareness to. So I feel like it was bullshit.
I think like the other thing that I thought it was cool. It was like the football player when he said like all his siblings have been to the NFL and they're like, is that something in your genes or is it working hard? And I like
he was white as well, bitch, and he came from a very good family and also stuff.
But to make it to professional sports, regardless of the fact you have to be good and to have all your siblings go into professional sports. But did you hear the fact that his father said every night you have to go into the basement, you have to perfect, you have to work out, you have to like his That was a fucking
And he also said
military.
that his mom had to juggle. They was playing 3 sports. All 3 of them was playing.
Yeah.
5 of them was playing at least 3
Which
sports.
is what I'm saying. It's like, it's not
so
just
she
like,
was a stay-at-home mom, bitch.
no, but what I'm saying is it's not something that you can be born with the talent, but you have to perfect your talent.
Yeah.
It's like you have to work really hard. And that's why you see some of the kids in the hood. It's like they might not have their mom there to do it, but they're out on the street all the time playing, or they're, you know, joining the YMCA for free or whatever it is. It's just, it might be in your genes, but you still have to work extremely hard to get to where you're at. And he was blessed to have that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not everybody has that. To be able to have 4 fucking siblings go.
Or
But
nobody
conversation
ever
was
has
dope.
that privilege.
Yeah.
That white privilege. Because that's basically what it was. Every time I see these white athletes and stuff like that, I'm like, bitch, you went to the best schools and everything like that. Your parents was able to.
You know, you can use that. Look at Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan.
Oh, he ain't just ain't got no
You know,
talent.
that's what I'm saying. It's like,
And he just followed. He right off his dad.
it doesn't matter what
coattail.
privilege you have to have it in you and be able to perfect it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I really don't think it's white privilege. I think it's just
It's
they
white
were
privilege.
privileged enough to have it because there's other people of color that have that privilege. What I'm saying is it's the privilege on top of the genes and on top of being able to perfect it. Because
What does he do anyway?
football player?
Is he a good football player?
Yeah.
What? Tell the people the guy we were talking about. Do you remember
His name is Rob something
What team does he play for?
in the NFL.
So how do we know he's a good football player? Like how you
Because
know
they had him on there.
Oh, so these
And
are
if you
all
ma-
people in the top.
To make it to the NFL period, yeah, Kevin Love is like the highest one for
I
Cleveland.
know that white guy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know him, but
But you've heard of him, yeah, because
I didn't even hear
he
of
had
him.
to take a back seat to LeBron James.
LeBron James, because I remember
Right.
they said because they
No,
compared him to
but
LeBron.
It doesn't matter who you are. To make it to any league, you are the best of the best. Like literally to make it to the NFL, to the NBA, to the NHL, you are the best of the best. Even if you're a bench player, you are an amazing player compared to the population who you have to go against.
You know, I'm tell you something. I've noticed since I've been in this space and talking, a lot of my community don't really follow Charlamagne. Don't know anything that Charlamagne has done.
And I wish they would.
And well, because Charlamagne has said some problematic shit in some
For many years. Yes.
Which is like, why the fuck would I want to sit here and invest into you and
But
see
here's
the
the
things
thing,
you
you
have to
guys are
say?
listening to a culture that was that way. He's been in radio for 20-something years. A lot of clips that are being brought up about Charlamagne are from 15 years ago.
Girl, so has a lot of people like Wendy Williams and all this other stuff have been there, and it's just
problematic.
like, but Wendy Williams also have not said anything. I don't know. I'm
Wendy
not
looked
gonna
like
say
a
that.
damn. She's been called a trans woman for her
Which
whole
is
life.
so fucking problematic. Like,
So
like,
she's more
it's
open
like,
to it.
But no, you can't
You
say
know
that. But
what
I'm
I'm
saying there's a
saying?
lot of people that have been in media and stuff like that that don't share the same thoughts and views and opinions and have been homophobic or say homophobic things out their mouth.
I don't think he's
and now
homophobe.
I don't think he's homophobic
At
either.
all.
But I'm saying he said some shit that was problematic towards our fucking community.
I think he said
and this
shit
is
that
why
the people think. People think it. He says it out loud, and then the conversation goes from there, which is the way it should be.
it's nothing wrong. I'm saying, and that's the problem with it. That's not right. So it's like, so that whole show,
no one
Kevin
says-
Hart,
okay.
Kevin Hart has said some stupid shit out of his mouth and other stuff. So I'm just feeling like, okay, so you brought all these guys that are really in the no one in the gay community fuck with them. As a matter of fact, when Kevin Hart got in the community, got in the car accident, my community been dragging his ass.
Listen,
They've been dragging the
I don't know why. For
fuck
what?
because of that clip and the shit that he said previously with his hitting his son over the back with the fucking dollhouse and all this stuff. It's like that bitch you got in the fucking car accident. It was just like
What does okay? Now here's what I have a problem with, and it's specifically with any community. What does those tweets? What does whatever he might have said at the shop have to do with this man about to lose his life?
Same thing
Nothing.
with y'all talk dragging Nicki Minaj and all this other stuff and
No,
laughing at her.
again,
That's what you
didn't answer my question. What does his tweets have to do with a human being now fighting for his life?
Girl, I didn't tweet no shit. Don't ask me that, bitch. I'm telling you that's what the community
Right,
do. So
but
don't
this is
ask
your
me
community.
that. So what the fuck? I don't
I'm
speak
asking
for
you
my
a
community. I'm
question.
telling you that's what they've been
You're like,
doing.
they're
Don't ask
dragging
me.
them. Why? I don't I think okay. Well,
Girl,
then I'll
I'm not
speak to
gonna-
whoever one of y'all is talking shit. I think it's extremely problematic.
Girl,
I
fuck
think
Kevin
it's
Hart.
Stupid. For
Fuck
what?
Kevin Hart for the
For
stupid ass
what?
shit that he has said and everything. I don't give a fuck what the fuck he
has
has
no
going
issues
on.
with the-
I
with
don't
the
support
LGBT
the shit
community.
that he does and all this stuff. I don't give a fuck about his show. I don't give a fuck about. I don't think the nigga funny anyway. And I said that most of the time. And the bitch, to be honest with you, if I don't pay attention to Charlamagne, I don't watch Charlamagne shows. I don't give a fuck about. And if I would have heard something, I'd be saying fuck Charlamagne too. If he had said something that was problematic, if I know, again, I don't follow these niggas. So my whole thing, I'm not invested in anything thing that these motherfuckers got going on with their life. It's like, if you're going to sit here and make it hard for me to exist just for being me and saying some shit out there, and you have influence.
Here's the problem.
And this was the thing. Let me finish. This thing that Nicki Minaj was saying about Charlamagne. It's like, you have to be careful about the shit that you're saying and the platforms that you have, because again, somebody said something on Twitter. It's like, you know, comparing Kevin Hart to the president is wrong. Or no, Dave Chappelle to the president is wrong. Because somebody was saying, like, he has just as much influence as the president does, right? And it's like, bitch, you can't do that because the president's held to a higher standard. No, bitch, your influence is the fucking standard. So whatever you say is going to really fucking feed into this notion that it's okay for us to go ahead and shoot a fucking trans person and everything like that, because trans people don't fucking matter. And that's my whole fucking point with this whole thing. So I don't give a fuck what y'all got going on and everything like that. If you sit here and you talk ill about my community or talk about ill about who I am and all this other stuff and what I represent, I'm not putting my money and my time and attention to you, and I don't give a fuck. You get in a car accident, you just like another regular person I don't know getting in a car accident. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna sit here because I'm not a spiteful person and try to drag you on Twitter and stuff like that.
It's just as bad. Anybody who goes, I don't give a fuck about what happens to him, or fuck him or her, let him die or whatever because of a tweet, it's just as bad as somebody saying homophobic things. Now, what I do think is that the gay community might not follow Charlamagne, or might not follow somebody like Kevin Hart, or might not follow like somebody like Dave Chappelle, but you guys and y'all are so influenced by a 30-second clip and don't actually take the time to figure out, how did this person really feel? We all say certain things that are taken out of context, and clips are so easy to make. It's so easy to make.
Girl, everybody does that. It doesn't matter what it is.
And
everybody does that.
Absolutely.
It's a problem, period.
We
need to do our research.
And what I'm saying is, it's ignorant to say, oh, fuck these people because they're a problem to our community. But maybe they're not.
Well, girl, you just said fuck this trans girl that came out and said that Malik was, he's a solicitor for sex and all this other stuff. And you said fuck you. And it was a problematic thing that she said, right? That's what you said. It was problematic because of what she was slowing down the progression and the inclusion that he was trying to have.
No, but that wasn't. But again, what we're talking about here is people with influence. She doesn't have any influence.
Oh, well, she's riding off of somebody else's influence. That's what she has the mic and the spotlight on her.
We're not going to compare this bitch to what's going on with these people and saying fuck their careers and fuck all that just because we're taking one clip. Girl, how about we listen to them completely and realize they're not homophobic. They don't have an issue with the LGBT community. They speak their mind and they're like, we're here. We don't have an issue. When he goes, he's gay. So what? What is the problem with that? Yes, he said, so what? You're gay. You're Lil Nas X. Like, why are we worrying about his sexuality? Girl, and that got taken out of context like that, and now it's like, oh, fuck Kevin Hart. Because
Kevin Hart has said other things about the gay community. He said
some things about his son that every other parent, most parents out here, wrong or not, have said, and that's something that he learned. And once he learned it and they told him it's wrong, he's like, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. It was wrong.
Sometimes y'all straight people can be so stuck in y'all fucking ways and think that y'all just whatever.
We can't keep judging him for it.
You can't. It's just like we tell you, like, listen, what you said is problem. This is why.
Absolutely.
Because it's what happened. And you try to justify it and all this other stuff by saying, oh, it's my opinion. Or it's this and that and all this stuff. Or I'm not homophobic. Or I'm an ally. And it's like, no, bitch, what you're saying. That thing that you think you're just saying that you're being flipping out the mouth about is causing so much harm. It's a domino effect.
And once he was told, he was like, you know what? I know better now.
He said he did not apologize. He said, I'm not going to apologize.
No, but he did apologize. He said he wasn't going to apologize to the Oscars, to be on the Oscars. He's like, I'm not going to do it for y'all. But he did apologize.
Okay. Well, I don't give a fuck. I don't think Kevin Hart funny anyway. So fuck him. I don't give a fuck. I've been saying that for the longest. And it's like.
He's a different one.
Huh?
I think
he's different.
Comedians. Like, I think they all have a different.
He's just goofy.
Style. Yeah, I think I like him. I love him. I went to go see him live here. Even I spent my money to go see him.
Bitch, I think I'm funnier than Kevin Hart, to be honest with you.
Well, you be your biggest fan, friend. You be your biggest fan.
I'm serious. So it is what it is. Fuck you niggas. Come see about me if you got a problem.
Jesus. But before we wrap up, I want to go ahead and remind you guys that we on iTunes. If you can and you support this show, and I clearly, if you got to this point, you support the shit out of us because we just been talking and rambling, and you guys, hang out with us the whole time. Go over to iTunes or Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. It helps us so much. I wanted to go ahead and read today review from Techie Rod. I know he listens forever and you send us a message, so what's up? It says, always wanting more, 5 stars. Hey, been listening since day one. Carla and Tony with their personalities never disappoint, funny, informative, and always dropping gems in episodes. Hope these two keep bringing us weekly greatness for a long time to come. Techie Rod. Seriously, thank you so much for leaving that review. I love to listen to read them. I know you've read them. You caught the one a few months. I'm like,
I started going on the SoundCloud, bitch. I didn't know SoundCloud had different episodes.
I know SoundCloud has comments too. You guys can leave comments on SoundCloud.
One
as
of them
well.
was saying, "Y'all, you need to stop cutting me off, bitch, when I'm talking. Let me finish a thought."
I'm gonna cut you, bitch. Whoever the fuck said that.
I guys, thank you, bitch.
I'm gonna cut you before real, not cut you off. Cut you. Keep fucking with
Carla
me.
get mad at me. She get mad. Me and Carla had that conversation. She was like, "Anthony, as long as I don't say anything that offends you, I'm gonna fuck what they say, how the fuck they feel about my opinion and shit like that." But you know, and I was like, "Okay, cool, girl. We'll talk."
I'm very opinionated. We'll be talking about that soon about how opinionated I am. That's one of my things. But yes, again, if you have an Apple computer, if you have a regular computer, you have iTunes on your computer, just go ahead and search Shit I'm 30. Give us 5 stars. Leave us a review. Whatever you're thinking about us, whatever you DM me all the time, just put it on here for us. That way other people can see it and, follow us as well.
All right, guys.
We'll see you guys next week.
Oh, Patreon. Did we say something about Patreon?
No.
Y'all signed up on Patreon and stuff like that. We really go into detail and everything. We drop 2 bonus episodes a month for our $5 tier. For $3, you get 1 episode a month. And yeah, like I said, we talk about different topics and we just a little bit more open. Maybe Carla will let you know who she fucking. I don't know. But
I drop more hints on there for sure.
Yeah, sign up, y'all.
I think half of the patrons already know who it is.
They do, bitch. They be
doing
that emoji.
FBI. If I ever need something, I know I'm going to go straight to Patreon and be like, I need y'all to find this out for me right now. And I know they'll find out in 2 seconds. Because y'all bitches be knowing.
They do, bitch. They do.
Be knowing. Anyways, bye, y'all.
Bye.